This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And now the action's about to begin.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. The media expects a lot from this fight under the stars here at night.
It's been a long, long day, Todd. They've been drinking, they've been out the sun, they've been having a good time. But this is what they've been waiting for. This crowd can be very unpredictable. And by the sense of it, it's night time now. They're waiting for the big fight. There's a lot of pressure on these fighters' shoulders to get that job done and perform.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Beautiful counter shot. He parries that left jab away. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight is saying, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punches are the best.
Good defense on that left hook. You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Oh, Patrick Rocal right now stumbling around. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. From this moment forward, well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
If you're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Nice counter. Nice counter shot. Perfect counter shot. Oh, that punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Those counter punches have to hurt. This is a high-octane battle. And that could be the beginning of the end for Rokel. A much better game plan here.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Patrick Rokel seeing cobwebs. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance with...
There's the bell to start round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. Good counter punch. Swing and a miss with the hook. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And then he hold that thought. Oh, Patrick Rokel right now stumbling around. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them?
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. And that could be the beginning of the end for Rokel. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
That hook was off target. The perfect counter lands. The right hook misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be this.
Here we go to the fourth round. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How about that time counter shot? You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. They exchange punches. Looking to land the hook. Catch and shoot. That hook won't score. Failing to score with that right hook. Big swing and a miss with the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The straight right just misses. Out of the way, that right hook. And he scores with the counter. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They block that jab. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Nice exchange here from both men. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell to start round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good counter punching. The courage on display here is incredible. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Beautiful counter punch. Just avoids a left uppercut. Well done with that counter shot. Can't land that jab. That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it?
Are you okay?
So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Patrick Roll seeing cobwebs. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, this is the... Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter punch caught him clean. And down goes Patrick Roll. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Missing with the hook. These two were made for each other. He threw a punch and just got countered. That counter shot lands. They need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
As we enter the final frames of the... Hold that thought! And that could be the beginning of the end for Rokel. And right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Swing and a miss with the left hook. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Rokel in that last round. That'll be a 10-8. Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter punch. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
That counter shot lands. Oh, Patrick Rokel right now stumbling around. Looks like trouble was averted.
Step back, compose.
This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And the referee will stop it, and that's it. It's over. The fight is over, and we've got a winner.
I was getting a little anxious there. It's a career-ending fight.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done. We want to get a full-blooded who won and who lost.